Hi guys, this is the first video in my new series where I'm going to show you how to make professional cocktails at home whilst in lockdown. With it being lockdown, I've swapped out the bar for my bedroom and I've swapped out my bar apron for my dressing gown. I've got my pyjamas on, so let's jump right in with a cocktail you can make in lockdown right now. This cocktail, super simple, it's 3 ingredients. It's a tequila and chocolate old fashioned with a chocolate and almond garnish, which I'll also show you how to make the garnish. Super simple to make. Yes, it is another tequila recipe. I've been making so many tequila cocktails recently, I should definitely get some kind of endorsement or sponsorship or some ambassador type deal, whatever, that's another story. But let's jump right in. So the first thing you're going to need a good tequila. Once again, I'm using the Terramana. It's a small batch, high quality Reposado, perfect for sipping. It's going to make perfect for our old fashioned. So what we're going to do, we're going to take 50 milliliters of our Reposado tequila. I'm going to pour that in a mixing glass over ice. If you don't have a mixing glass, you can use any old glass, you can use a jug, whatever works for you. It's just going to be used for stirring it. Next up, we're going to take some Cacao Blanc. Don't matter what Cacao Blanc you use, as long as it's a clear one, it's going to work perfectly. This is just going to give us some light cocoa flavours, it's going to give it a sweetness, it's going to work perfectly. We're going to go in 20 milliliters of our Cacao Blanc. Lastly, we're going to take some Angostura bitters. That's what's going to give it that earthy, old-fashioned feel. So we're just going to take that. We're going to go in 3, 1, 2, and a third dash, like so. That's it. All we need to do now is stir it. There we go. Stir that down for about 10 seconds until it's nice and chilled. Then we're going to take a glass. With it being locked down, use whatever glass you want. Old fashioned, typically served in a rocks glass. We're going to do it today in this coupe. It's going to work perfectly, it's going to look real nice. First thing we're going to do is we're going to drop some ice in there. 1 big ice cube. You can get the molds for these cheap as anything online. Works great, it's going to slow the dilution of our drink. Strain that in. Lastly, we're just going to garnish it. I've got this, no it's not a little pizza slice, this is our chocolate and almond garnish. Real quickly, I'm just going to show you how to make this garnish. Okay, for the garnish, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some almonds and we're just going to pulse those or grind or muddle them so they're all finely ground. You don't have to get them to a powder. A few big bits like this is fine. Just grind them down as much as you can. Then we're going to pour those out, and using some red food colouring, we're going to add a tiny 1 drop at a time and then stir that around to turn those almonds red. Now, like I'm doing here, just 1 drop at a time. Now you don't have to do this bit, but I just think that contrast between the red almonds and the white chocolate, that contrast in colour just works perfectly. But you don't have to do this, you can skip this. Now, moving on to the chocolate, what you want to do is you take a saucepan, fill that about 1/3 of the way up with water, like I'm doing here. Then we're going to take a bowl, add that on top, make sure it doesn't touch the water. We're going to add in 150 grams of chocolate, and we're going to use that steam from the water to slowly melt that chocolate. You want to make sure you do it slowly. White chocolate has a tendency to seize up, so it takes about 5 minutes on a low heat to get from this to this. Smooth, look at that. Then what we're going to do, lay out some parchment paper, because we're going to take this bowl of melted white chocolate, we're going to pour it over that parchment paper, like so. There we go. Then we're going to take a palette knife and we're just going to spread that around into a thin, or as thin as we can, layer, like I'm doing. Grab those almonds and then just slowly start pouring them on top. This boy kind of looks like a chocolate pizza, no? Yeah, looks cute. I like it. So pour them out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take another piece of parchment paper and putting that on top and just flattening it down. This way get a real nice flat garnish like so. After that you can let it cool completely, it'll harden, break it up and you're done. So now you know how to make the garnish. We're just going to stick it on the side of our glass like so. And there you go, all the bars might be closed, that doesn't mean you can't get high quality cocktails at home doing it yourself. Beautiful. If you love tequila, you're going to love this. Get all those agave notes. The Cacao Blanc gives it a sweetness, but it's not too overbearing. Angostura bitters gives it some earthiness, it's well balanced, it's beautiful. The garnish, almond and chocolate, looks great, makes for a perfect sipper, makes for a perfect nightcap. And there you have it. That's my first lockdown video. Chocolate and tequila, old fashioned. Enjoy.